What's good, fam? We are back on this road with another load. I just pulled up to the shipper, about to get loaded. Let me go ahead and get this thing loaded, see what I need to do, where I got to park it and get everything going. And then I will jump back on, let you see the loading process a little bit if I can sneak it in there. And then we're going to tell you where we're going and we're going to ride out, baby. Just be patient. Give me just a second to go find out what I got to do and I'll be right back. Gotta get that paperwork. Signed paperwork. We got 3 of these little things. All right. No, sir, I'm gonna get it tied down. Thank you so much. I will. And just like that, we are done. We got this load in here real light. I'm gonna go ahead and get it tied down. Not much to it. Then I'm gonna hit the road. We are leaving out of Montgomery, Texas, and we're going to Kilgore, Texas, baby. Just a real quick drive. So let me go and get this tied down. Pick you up, as always, let you see a little bit of the ride. And then I'm going to tell you how far we went, how many miles, and how much we got paid. But I still need you to stick with me because, as promised, baby, we got some stuff to talk about at the end of this one. So let me get it tied down, get on this road, and get there, get this thing dropped off, and I'll pick you up along the way, baby. Just stick with me. Just ride, relax, enjoy yourself. Be right back with you.
Your destination is on the left.
Yeah, baby, we pulling in. We not made it. Let me see where I gotta park it and unload this thing, and I'll tap right back in with you. What are these actually used for?
They're called motor starters. It's for if you have an electric motor, you'll use these instead of so they don't suck so much power immediately from it. If you have a generator you're using, they'll pull too much power and it'll kill it.
Oh, okay. Never heard of that before. It's something for everything nowadays.
Dude, we got shit in there.
Side by side.
You need anything from me?
Nope, it's different.
I can do that.
Can you take it, please? Side by side.
You need anything from me?
Nope, it's different.
I can do that.
Can you take it, please? And just like that, we are done. Now, I'm still in the way of all the shipping stuff and all these forklifts. So give me just a second to find a spot to pull over so we can talk. Because we got to have a couple of little quick talk about some things we already said we were going to discuss. And I'm going to break down everything, the miles, how much we made, and then hit a couple of topics, points that everybody been wanting to know about in the comments. So give me just a second, find somewhere to pull over, and I'll be right back with you. All right, fam. So that was just a quick hitter that we just knocked out the park. Man, I love winning like this, man. Like, I was at the house chilling, and I say, let's check the load board. And just like that, here go the crazy part. I picked up a route that I got to pick up Wednesday. And I'll give you that video because, man, that was a sweet one. But we'll do that in the next video. But this route, I saw it on the load board for $150. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to take that. That ain't nothing. So I was on the phone talking, and I'm still updating, refreshing the load board. Then it popped up and said $200. And I'm like, they jumped $50 in less than an hour. Like, this must really got to go somewhere. So I gave him a call. And when I called, I was like, hey, so it's going from here to here. I see it on the board. And they was like, yeah, we got to get it there. I was like, oh, so they need it there today. And they was like, yeah, we need it there today. I say, well, I can get it there today for $250. He say, we'll take it. And that's what happened. Got the paperwork shot through real fast. The RC, the rate con. That's the piece of paper. You have to have that rate con. They send it to you. You got to sign that rate con and send it back. But that rate con is what you got to have before you can even move, baby. Before you can even move. So that route just left from Montgomery, Texas to Kilgore, Texas. 175 miles for $250. That's over $1 a mile, baby. You can't beat better. That's the man. We winning. And so now that that's done, I'm headed back to the house. Which brings us to a question that we talk about. People say deadhead. Deadhead is the miles you travel with nothing, whether it be you're traveling empty to go pick up or when you deadhead back home from wherever you dropped off at. And people will always say, oh, I'm not deadheading. Well, in the perfect world, yes. We would all love cargo to be right outside our front door and get loaded and get delivered right outside our front door. We know that doesn't happen. So you normally have to deadhead somewhere. Like for this one, I deadheaded 30-something miles. No, it was 30 minutes, and it was like 20-something miles, like 28-something miles to Montgomery. Picked up, and then it's 170-something miles for me to get home. People will be like, you're supposed to get a load going back. Let's understand deadhead. So when I left out my house, I was able to drive from my house to the pickup location, from the pickup location to the drop-off, and now I'm going to be able to go from the drop-off all the way home, all on the same tank of gas. Gas I already had. So basically, I'm just going to fill up when I get back to the house because I always fill up when I get home so that if something ever pops off, I don't have to stop and get gas on the way to go get a load. So I always fill up when I get home. But basically, I made the $250 off of the same $50-some worth of gas that I put in the other day. So you tell me, would you use $50-some to make $250? So basically, you'll be making $190 or something like that afterwards. Now think about it this way. Matter of fact, do I got a calculator? I don't even have. Got another phone. Let's do this math right quick. Because I want to make sure we all on the same page. So, if I just did $250 by itself, and it took me 6 hours to do it, or it took me 3 hours to get up here. I'm taking time talking to y'all because y'all fam. I got to talk to y'all, and it takes 3 hours to get back. So 6 hours total. So that means that route paid, if we go 9 to 5 numbers, $41.66 an hour. Would you work for $41.66 an hour? Most of you, like me, will say yes. But if I just subtract gas, let's just round it up to 60 and say $190 divided by 6 hours is $31.66. Would you work for 6 hours, $31.66? That's how you factor in the deadhead. So for me, the way I do it is a tank of gas will give me like 475 miles. I'm normally willing to deadhead up to around that because I know I'm spending $50 to $60 to make money. Everybody says you have to spend money to make money until it's time to spend money to make money. You just can't sit at home and think money's gonna fall out the sky and just make money, especially in this business. There are gonna be times where you have to deadhead to get to the location. You might have to deadhead home, and for somebody like me, I'm gonna get the money. As long as the numbers make sense in my mind, that's all that matters. I know some people in the comments are gonna be like, I couldn't do it. I'm not asking you to, baby. I gotta do what's best for me and my family. And if the numbers make sense, the numbers make sense. Matter of fact, you might even be mad about the route on Wednesday, because when I do talk about it, I'm just gonna let you know now. I have to deadhead 70 miles to go pick up that route. But when we make that video Wednesday and y'all see it and be like, oh, you deadheaded 70 miles to make this much, I want to see if we still on the same page, because we get all, now Grand Family, this ain't for y'all. Y'all that's been here my day ones, we all family. Y'all get it. Those that get it, get it. Then you have those that just refuse to get it or are going to lie about it, which is partly why we made this channel. So for all the new Grand Family that's just joining us, welcome. For those that haven't joined, you might want to join it, because this is what we do. So let's reintroduce myself. I'm BG. I am the owner-operator of Graham Freight. We just started this business. We started this business, my wife and I, because we've had successful businesses in the past. Had a daycare. Only reason we still don't have that daycare because I retired, we moved back to Texas, and me and my wife weren't going to be separated like that. So that's the only reason we still don't have that. But it was very successful. Man, ran for multiple years, always good. So we know how to run a business. Then if I throw in just my military background, retired and all that, the tables I sat at, the rooms I was in, and learned how to do certain business on top of the degrees. And I'm not saying you need degrees to do all this stuff. I'm not even saying you have to have certain work experience. You can do it. It's just going to be a learning curve as you go. But it's possible. So with all those things, we know how to run a business. But the problem with it is we saw so many YouTubers, so many people on social media saying, you start this and make $50,000 a month, and it's like, it's more to it than that. We know that. But whenever we ask questions, and I'm just like you, we ask questions in the comments, nobody ever gives us anything. They never give us answers. They never tell us how they did it. If you want to know, you got to pay some crazy fee to be in one of their master classes and all that just to learn what they know, which I understand. I'm not knocking them. You got to pay for some of the time that you give. Well, for me and my wife, we're all about blessing people because we've been blessed so much in our life. So that's why we said we're starting our own business, and we're going to go step by step and show you how to do it. Now, granted, this might be the transportation business in the cargo van, but the principles and all that we're going to talk about and discuss along this journey. Like we said, deadhead miles, have to spend money to make money. Say you wanted to start an at-home business. Like, you're still going to have Wi-Fi. You still got to buy paper, printer, pens, pencils, all kinds of stuff, software. You got to spend money to make money. It just so happens in this game, it's gas. You got to spend money on gas to go make the money. Deadhead miles. So yes, that's why we made this channel, so we can give you information, use the principles, apply the principles. If you don't, we're not mad. We just want to help those out there that want to get this work. No matter if it's cargo van or whatever job business you want to start in your entrepreneurship journey, or your side hustle, or if you want to incorporate it into a 9-to-5, whatever it takes for you to get to that next level, because that's all we are about, baby, leveling up. And if we can help you do it, that's why we're here. So yes, all those naysayers that be like, I couldn't do it, deadhead this, or I'm not driving for $1 a mile. Good for you. I want you to still be successful. Those that say, oh, I make more than that. We had a comment like that. I make more than that in town. Good for you. Keep making it. One thing that you're not doing though, if you're going to say that we make more than that in town, please show us what platform you're using. What's your YouTube channel, your TikTok, your anything that teaches us how to do it. Because if you're not showing nobody or teaching and passing on the information, then how we know you even telling the truth? You don't look no different than the next person over there saying make $50,000 a month doing this and gives no details. If you make it, we're proud of you. For those of us like me and my wife, my family, and everybody else that's part of this Graham fam, we gonna keep watching these videos and learn how to go get this money and build a real business. Which answers another question. Somebody said, hey, do you prefer gig work over doing the load boards? I have no problem with gig work. Gig work is how we got here. Remember, we started from the bottom because we want to show you how to build and start from the bottom. We love the gig work. The gig work is great. I'm not saying I'm not done. I'm done doing it. I still will tap in and do gig work from time to time because, hey, it just helps me get better at my craft, mastering what I do, and also making money on the side. The reason it's not the main focus It's because we can't build a business just straight off of gig work. That DoorDash, VHO, that's all their clients. I'm trying to be the person that brings the stuff to those individuals. I'm trying to get direct shippers so we can set up multiple lanes. But all this will be talked about as we go and build a business. I just want you to understand that this is the steps that it takes. You see people show success, but they never show you how they did it. And then everybody's like, oh, it takes years. It takes this dedication. You got to stay consistent for how long? We don't know. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5, 10. We don't know. But we do know if you stick with us on this channel, we going to show you the steps and you going to see us growing. We're not just talking about driving. You see, we showed you the house. You see, we showed you all the times me and my wife made it into a business trip in New Orleans. We're showing you not just how to make the money, but we're going to show you how to enjoy it as well as you build a business for your family or whatever that may be. But no, that's what Deadhead is. I know we went on a tangent and we're going to do that. We're going to readdress this same conversations later on in the future because we got to take milestones on the way to the bigger goal. Take the small wins for the big win. And when you do that, we're going to win all the way around. So yes, going to stay doing this, going to stay dropping knowledge, going to tell you and teach you stuff as we learn it. But man, that's what it's all about. We just talked about Deadhead. Now, let's go into insurance. You know what? I'm going to do you one even better, just like I already told you. Instead of me just trying to tell you, let's get it from the horse's mouth, baby. So just stay tuned, because at the end of this, right at the back end, I'm going to let you hear from the horse's mouth about the different insurances. These questions can help you ask these similar questions if you choose when you're looking for insurance and what type of insurance you need, whether it's the $300,000 that the FMCSA say you need to get the authority or it's the $1 million. Just listen to the questions, listen to the answers, and then shop around and find what works best for you. But yes, I'm not going to keep talking. I've not ran my mouth enough. We're going to do this all the time because I'm going to keep dropping this knowledge. But as always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all for riding with me for one. And let's go get this bag, man. Now, here go the insurance clip. But until the next time, the next route, baby, y'all stay blessed. See you in the next video.
And has anybody talked to you about general liability? Are you needing general liability, or is just the auto liability and the cargo?
Just the auto liability and the cargo. They just said the auto liability for the vehicle is, I think FMCSA said $300,000, and then the cargo was like $100,000.
Yes, that's perfect. And I'm still going to show you what the $1 million would look like for the auto liability as well for your contracts, because 99% of contracts available out there are going to require you to carry $1 million. So I've just seen a lot of difficulty with trying to get it at $300,000 unless you're doing local work like couriers would get.
Okay, understand.
And then yes, but you currently have insurance. We've had this policy for about a year. We currently carry 60, and then you don't currently have. I know that you don't. It's okay that you don't. I just have to ask anyway. You don't currently have general liability for your business yet, right?
No, ma'am.
Perfect. All right. All I have left are these little bitty cargo questions here, and then I'm going to wrap up the policy and get the limits ready for you with the premium. Excuse me. Perfect. And then for your freight, I'm just going to put in general consumer goods because that's all that we know for right now, which is A-okay. Once we have more specifics, we'll go ahead and enter them in for you. But for now, I'm just going to choose general consumer goods. All right. Let's start at $300,000. All right, but here, $300,000 is done. I'm just loading up the $1 million for us so we can review them at the same time.
Okay.
All right. And I have them both saved, so I'll be able to send everything to you for your review as well. If we want to do, this is actually really great looking. If you want to do $1 million for your auto liability coverage with $100,000 cargo, and then physical damage coverage on the van still, since it is being financed, the year premium is $12,803. So you would be looking at down payment. And I'll send you everything, so you don't have to worry about writing it down. But a down payment, $2,146.43.
Okay.
And then 10 monthly payments of $1,074.46. However, if you do have the ability to pay in full, you can save about $1,200, about $1,254 off the total balance. So
okay.
That's the $1 million. And then $300,000 would be $8,935 for the year. To be down $1,501.63. and then 10 monthly payments of $752.14. So either way, there's going to be a month where you don't have a payment at the end of your term.
Okay.
And one thing that you could also do is you could always start your policy at $300,000, and then as soon as you need $1 million, just ring us, let us know to update your coverages. We'll do it right then and there and get your proof of coverage out on the same call. So you don't necessarily have to start the policy at $1 million to be able to meet those contract requirements.
Sounds good.
Perfect. Do you have any questions or concerns for me about anything we discussed?
No, ma'am. You actually did amazing answering everything, and you said you're just going to email all that information over to me?
Yeah, that way you can decide what you want to do. It is the most popular option is typically to start at the lower limits just to get you authorized the FMCSA, especially if you plan on doing any work with like Amazon, because they require you to have your DOT active and authorized for at least 6 months before they're willing to do business with you, and they're a pretty big provider, especially for this type of work, or a pretty big broker, carrier, I should say, a company. They're a pretty big company in this industry where they need a lot of truckers. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, we just need to start the policy as soon as possible at the FMCSA required limit so we can start your DOT's age, basically.
Yes.
Get our age. So, yeah, I'll get everything over to you right now to the email that we have on file for you on your personal policy. Yeah, everything looks great. Before I close out, anything else from me, dear?
No, ma'am. You were amazing. You provided everything I needed. The payment for $300,000 would be $700 and something a month with a $1,500 down payment, and the $1 million will be a little over $1,000 a month with a $2,000 some down payment. Makes sense.
You got it, dude. Super easy. All
Yep.
right.
I got it.
I think we have a plan of attack. Yes, sir. Well, we got a plan of attack, and it looks like it's probably pretty achievable considering this is definitely one of the most favorable premiums I've seen in your state. Texas is a little crazy with the oil fields being so close by, but yeah, I've
Yes.
got everything ready. So if you need me, please don't hesitate to give me a shout, and I hope you have a great evening.
Will do, ma'am. I appreciate you, and you do the same. Have a blessed one.
Oh, thank you so much. My pleasure.
All
Bye-bye
right.
now.
Bye-bye.